Dave Lorenz along with George Zimmerman on Travel Michigan this week. And George, we get to check out some pretty fine golf coming up pretty soon.
Absolutely. A fabulous thing that's happening in a couple of weeks right here in Michigan, and that's the Senior PGA Championship at Harbor Shores. We have with us today Aaron Williams, the general manager of the Harbor Shores Golf Club. And Aaron, what a great thing for Benton Harbor, for Southwest Michigan, for the state of Michigan. Tell us about the event.
Sure. It's a huge coup for the state of Michigan as well as Southwest Michigan to have the legends of golf come out and play in this golf event, a major for them. So there's going to be millions of viewers that get to see Southwest Michigan for the first time. The time of year, obviously weather cooperating, they'll see people along the beaches there in St. Joe and Benton Harbor, so as well as having a great golf venue for them to come out and challenge themselves. So it's a great opportunity for us out here in Southwest Michigan for sure.
Yeah, what a great way to spotlight the fabulous golf that is available in Michigan. And so talk a little bit about how this all came about and the KitchenAid role in this, how you got to where you are today.
Sure. It definitely was forged through a relationship with KitchenAid and Whirlpool with the Senior PGA, and the fact that we're hosting this event this year as well as again in 2014 is a huge accomplishment in itself, with a traveling event that goes around the country. To have it twice in 3 years is definitely beneficial to us, and it's just a way of once again showcasing Southwest Michigan being the home, obviously, to Whirlpool and KitchenAid, an opportunity of being our neighbor, but also our business partner, and the employment opportunities and the history behind the land that was at one point in time a dump site, now transformed into a gorgeous golf course that most importantly, from my aspect, is that it's available to everyone. We're not private, and
right.
That's the case with a lot of golf courses that host these major events. They're private, and the public can't play them.
Well,
we're open 7 days a week to the public.
And Aaron, you mentioned that once it certainly wasn't the most attractive site in the area. It also had to be very difficult because you actually involved multiple municipalities in the development of this golf course, and talk about a challenge.
Yes, sir. We're part of three. We have St. Joe, Benton Township, as well as Benton Harbor, that the 520-acre golf layout and property itself is part of. So whenever you involve three municipalities, it goes back to the cooperation with Cornerstone and the local chamber to really get everyone to cooperate and get on the same page and work as a team to get this done. So I've only been here for a year of this. Obviously, this was many years in the making, but just hearing the history about it, it definitely, the one word that stands out is cooperation for sure.
Aaron, this is a really young golf course, and isn't it pretty unusual to have an event as prestigious as a Senior PGA Championship at a brand new golf course?
It is, but we have one thing going for us, and that's that we are designed by Mr. Jack Nicklaus.
Yeah.
This is a signature golf course of his, and obviously his name gives instant credibility to a property, and more and more as we talk through the golf course and the layout, it's just majestic. It's 3 or 4 golf courses in one, and it definitely didn't hurt being a signature golf course of Mr. Jack Nicklaus for sure.
Well, yeah, and having that, you're right, that Nicklaus brand, goes a long way towards landing the Senior PGA Championship, which you have, as you mentioned, not just for this year, but for 2014 as well. So can you talk about the course a little bit? For the golfers who are listening, what's it like?
Sure. It's the opportunity to come out and play 3 or 4 golf courses in one. You start off with the first 5 holes, 6 holes of the golf course, and it's a traditional Jack Nicklaus golf course layout where you have rolling greens. And just because you hit a green on this golf course doesn't mean you're going to two-putt and get out of there. It's strategic in the way of where your golf ball is compared to where the pin is and the undulation. So that's the first 6 holes. And then you 7, 8, 9, you'd think you're somewhere on the Irish Peninsula somewhere because of the rolling sand dunes and how close we are in relation to Lake Michigan. So you have those holes that are in Gene Clark Park that are then in itself, there's elevation changes, there's water, there's a strategic bunkering around those holes, and then you make the turn and go through the back 9, and you're in traditional, I guess, for lack of a better term, Illinois-style golf course with hardwood trees and dog legs, and you have to maneuver and shape shots around those situations. And then you come up, holes along the Paw Paw River. So now you have 15 that's a drivable into par 5 with the risk reward of going over the Paw Paw River. 16 is a dogleg left with the river also in play. So, I mean, strategically and layout-wise, you have an array of conditions. All 18 putting greens have such challenging slope and configuration that it truly, you come out and play here, you won't play the same golf course twice.
Yeah, it sounds fabulous. Aaron, Michigan's been lucky. We've hosted some major golf events in recent years. We had the Ryder Cup and the PGA Championship. But the senior event, the Senior PGA Championship, one of the things I've heard about it, and you maybe can confirm this, is that it's even more accessible as far as these legendary players and the fans. Just talk about the experience of a senior championship.
Sure. Well, you have names that people can relate to. I have 2 teenage sons, and they know who Mr. Tom Watson is, and they know Fuzzy Zeller, and they know these players that have been around the golf for years. Fred Couples is now on this tour, and he's playing obviously on both tours on a regular basis. But you have Tom Lehman, these names that have been around in golf for a long time, and they're actually proven winners. These are major winners that have been around the golf business for a long time and playing as professionals. So that in itself, you have people that you can relate to, and an age demographic of people that are going to be coming out and watching these golfers is unique in itself. So that's what I'm excited about, is the age range and the different personalities that you've seen over the years on television, all congregating and coming upon Southwest Michigan for this event.
Now, how many players will actually be playing at the championship?
Sure, it's a major. So one thing that stands out, it being a major, on the Champions Tour, normally it's a 3-day event. With it being a major, it's a 4-day event, and there's 156 players, some of which are course professionals around, much like the PGA, the regular PGA Championship. These guys qualify. These are guys that are club professionals that work in the pro shop 50, 60 hours a week, go out and go through the qualifying and earn their way onto this tournament. So it's truly an open. They can come out, and it's not just moneyless players, but it's guys that are going out and qualify to play in this event. We're already having some come in for practice rounds from around the country, some from Virginia, that are qualified for this event and came out this past weekend in the bad weather to get some practice rounds in.
I don't mean to diss the new younger players at all, but there's something about the seniors that I like,
yeah.
and that is that they seem to appreciate when people come out to see them, and they seem to have a great appreciation and love of the game.
No doubt, and their interaction with the crowd, they're still competitive. They still want to win, but they get it. And I guess, without getting into the deep thought process, they truly get it, what life's about, and it just so happens that they're playing a sport they love, and they definitely interact with the crowds more, and they're more they're easier to get to.
Yeah.
Well,
so there's a difference for sure.
Yeah. So during this championship, obviously, great opportunity to see not just the great new course if people have not been there yet and you're less than 2 years old, but also to see obviously the legends of golf. So we would encourage everyone to do that. But for other times this summer, obviously, as you mentioned, you're not a private country club. People can come there and play anytime. Talk about also the other facilities besides the course itself. What else is there?
Sure. We have the Grill, which is a restaurant that opened coming up on 3 weeks ago. That's once again open to the public. We have pub fare style food. Our chef Mark Smith has been in the area for many years, and he has he teaches here at the local college, so he has great culinary experience. But we're not breaking the pocketbooks either. You can come in and get a half-pound Angus cheeseburger and fries for under $10. So we have a great menu, and we have great dinner specials along with Chicago steakhouse beef and things like that. But we're open 7 days a week to the public for lunch and dinner, and we do breakfast Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Yep. We're also the host site for the Benton Harbor chapter of the First Tee program. He has a 2,500 square foot building with classrooms, a simulator that was donated by KitchenAid or Whirlpool for the children to actually played 15 different golf courses around the country in inclement weather. We have a great short game area, and we also have a learning facility that has state-of-the-art teaching equipment that Ross Smith, the director of golf, teaches that with the TrackMan as well as V1 teaching system, and that's year-round. It's covered. There's heated bays. You can come out in January and work on your golf game and get your swing analyzed and get ready for the golf season.
Okay, that's great. All at Harbor Shores Golf Club. Aaron Williams, thank you very much, General Manager, talking about, of course, the 2012 Senior PGA Championship at Harbor Shores Golf Club, which is May 22 to 27. Be sure to check it out. And Dave, and also their website is harborshoreslife.com.
Yep.
And speaking of events, Dave, you have a few more.
Oh, a whole bunch of them. Tawas Point Birding Festival is coming up Thursday through Sunday. Lots of fun, actually, if you're into birding. They will do tours of the Kirtland Warblers habitat of Tuttle Marsh and so much more over there in East Tawas. Make sure to bring your state passport to get into the state park as well. World Expo of Beer is happening Saturday and Sunday in Frankenmuth. Always a good time. Over in Jonesville, it's the Riverfest Saturday and Sunday. In Novi at the Suburban Collection Showplace, you'll be able to enjoy the Motor City Comic Con and actually learn what's happening in that world with writers and artists and comics and all that as well. So check that out this weekend in Michigan. Like more information, just check it out at michigan.org. Speaking of more information, we're going to learn next about Traverse City right here on Travel Michigan, where your trip begins at michigan.org.